Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Yeah, I'm just trying to. No, okay, they're wrong. Wrong chapter I opened. Okay. All right. Hare, Hare. Hare, Hare. Gaur bole Hare, Hare. Shari bole Hare, Hare. Whole Vrindavan was vibrating with Hare, Hare. Hare, Hare. Hare, Hare. Gaur Hare. Not only Hare, Hare, but which Hare? Gaur Hare. So, if you are willing and ready, we'll continue with the, could say recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam Mahatmya. Hare, Hare, Hare. इसका वॉल्यूम कुछ थोड़ा सा हल्का सा ऊपर हो सकता है क्या? Hare, Hare. Otherwise I have to enter the mic and speak. Hare, Hare, Hare. Hello, Gaura. Hare, 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 Hare. Gaura Hare. Okay. Hare Bo. थोड़ा सा कम करो एक. Okay. All right. नहीं कम करो. Hare, Hare, Hare Bo. No, Gaura. Hare. Hare. Hope it's not too loud. Hare. Let's see. Hare. Okay. So we don't have much time. Yeah, we wish we had so many mouths to simultaneously talk. One mouth is not enough. Ananta sage has 1,000 mouths. And he speaks. He recites Bhagavatam. Anant sage. Sahasravadan, as he is also known as. And 1,000 mouths are talking of 1,000 different topics. Not that same thing comes out of all the mouths. Like we have several speakers and they all say the same thing, right? Half dozen of them. I said half dozen and say half dozen. It's not like that. Sahasravadan, he was each mouth talking of some different topic, so many topics, so much to talk about Krishna. Glories of Bhagavatam or Bhagavatam. So he had to, anyway, as we mentioned, we could say so. He has two two tasks. Is Sahasravadan. One is to hold the planets on his hoods. That's one. Or how long do I have to keep holding these planets? Then he was told, well, it's up to you. You also have to talk of glories of the Lord. So as soon as you are finished, there is no more to talk about. Everything is talked. No topic balance or remaining. That time you could just throw the planets off. That was the deal. As they say. So then Sahasravadan, then he started. Om Namo Bhagavate. All mouths are speaking. Speaking. But never coming to an end. And it hasn't come to an end. Whenever he was given that task, two functions. Hold the planets, talk about the Lord. As soon as you're finished talking, then no more holding planets. So he's waiting to complete, but never ending. Ananta, unending, Anta. There is no end to the topics. And he is talking with 1,000 mouths. Day and night he is talking. And he was the first speaker of Bhagavatam, as we heard yesterday. He spoke to Sanat Kumar, Shankarshan. Lord Shankarshan speaks to Sanat Kumar, and Sanat Kumar speaking to Sankhyayan Muni, and Sankhyayan Muni speaking to Brahaspati, and Brahaspati speaks to Uddhav. And now Uddhav is going to be speaking prayer. He is our speaker. Today's speaker is Uddhav. I don't know, they did not announce that. Yeah, we had been hearing Shandilya Rishi one day, Shandilya Rishi speaker, and then we had Jamuna was speaker of another day, like that. So Uddhava has heard, and he was mentioning, I heard one thing from Sankhyayan Muni. थोड़ा सा कम करो उसमें, थोड़ा सा आ रहा है कुछ, सुई हो रहा है. Please talk. Something is हल्का सा, otherwise you'll go all the way down. So, and that is the narration. Hare, hello. So when Lord had desire to start the creation of this existence, or time had come, that idea's time had come, that idea of creation's idea, time had come. So then three modes of material nature are produced, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they also come into existence. They are Lord's expansion. Sometimes when they do not find Brahma, qualified, most pious entity from the Brahmand to occupy the post of Brahma, then Lord Himself plays the role of Brahma. So there's Brahma, and the Vishnu is always Vishnu, that is Vishnu Tattva. And Shiva, Kshiram, Dadhi, Vikara Yogat, as Brahma said in Brahma Samhita. Lord is milk, and as from milk comes the curd, Shiva is the curd. So he's also makes his appearance. From milk comes curd. From curd, does curd turn into milk ever? Okay, just bear that in mind. It's only one-way traffic. Only from Vishnu comes Shiva, not that from Shiva also, vice versa. Like from milk only comes the yogurt. Kshiram yatha dadhi vikara vishesha yogat. So all these three personalities have appeared, and then each one is appearing the Lord. First comes Brahma. And Brahma says, well, I have to associate with mode of passion for creation, and I may get contaminated or spoiled by the association of this mode of material passion, mode of material nature, the passion, Rajagun. So I want to be protected. Oh Lord, please advise, what could I do? You are Narayan. Says, you are, oh Narayan, oh Adi Purush. Narayan meaning you are always lying down in the water of causal ocean, Garbhadak or Karanadak. That's why you are Narayan, one who lies down on the waters. And you are Adi Purush. Oh Adi Purush, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Please advise. Tvasmrato naiva badheta tathaiva krapaya prabho. Says, my remembrance of you, I don't want that to be diluted or distracted. My remembrance, Brahma's remembering the Lord. He wants that to remain intact. So what could I do? And then Lord spoke Bhagavatam to him, as we understand from Bhagavatam itself. Tene Brahmarudaya Adikavai. He's the first person to be born, and he's the first person also to hear directly from the Lord. And Lord said, now you keep hearing, keep contemplating on what you have just now heard. Sevasva Brahman Svasiddhaye. In order to attain perfection, become empowered so that you are not influenced by this mode of passion, you serve Bhagavatam. And then Brahma started doing recitation of Bhagavatam for 7 days. He did it for 7 days. Sapta avarana bhangaya. His idea was, his thought was Brahma's thought, that soul covers the body, the soul is bound by the body or in the body, encaged in the body. So I want to remove, destroy this covering of the body, which is made up of 7 different elements. It's another calculation here, okay? Not the 5 great elements talked about. And what he is thinking, the seven of those, is when you eat food, from that comes ras, the juice, ras. And then from that comes rakta, the blood. From that comes mansa, the flesh. From that comes meda, the fat. From that eventually come the bones, asthi. And within asthi, the bones is a marrow. Majja, that is in Sanskrit. And then the virya, shukra or semen. So these are the 7 coverings upon the soul. So he has taken to the 7-day recitation of Bhagavatam to get rid of Sapta avarana bhangaya saptaham samavartayat. Okay, so that was Brahma. Then comes Vishnu. Oh, me too, I need help. And his source is Krishna, Adi Dev, Adi Purush, Govinda. So he's approaching the Lord. And he says, Prajanam palanam deva karishyami yathochitam. I will protect the citizens. Protection, maintenance is my portfolio or my task, right? My job description. Then he says, Yada yadaiva kalena dharma glanir bhavishyati. This is the same statement as Krishna's in Bhagavad Gita. Yada yadai dharma glanir bhavati bharata tadatmanam srajamyaham. He says, whenever there's a decline in religious principles, I will appear. Dharma samsthapayishyami. And I will establish principles of dharma, avataraihi. With this avatar, then next avatar, sambhavami, yuge yuge. I will do this part. I will also, bhogarthibhya tu yagyadi phalam dashyamini shitam. And those who perform different yagyas, I will give them fruit of those Vishnu yagyas. Yajñartham karma anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Lord is also known as Yagya Purush. So those who worship me by performance of Yagya, they will get the fruits. Moksharthibhyaha virektebhyaha muktim panchavidham tatha. And those who aspire for liberation, those who are renounced and aspiring for liberation, I will give them 5 kinds of liberation, which they are. Okay? Vishnu says, Mukti pradata sarvesham vishnurevana samshayaha. The only mukti pradata is, and this is Lord Shiva's, not here, right here, but elsewhere, Shiva says that mukti pradata, the deliverer of mukti, the giver of mukti is Vishnu eva na samsha. There is no doubt. Oh Parvati, are you listening to me? He's talking to Parvati. Listen to this. Take note of this. That Vishnu, he is the mukti pradata sarvesham. Vishnu eva na samshayaha. So here we understand Vishnu says, I give the liberation, 5 kinds of them. And then here comes his difficulty. He has 2 things to disclose and get advice from Lord directly. Then he says, one thing, there are living entities, they don't even aspire for liberation. And still I have to maintain them, those rascals. They don't take up this path of liberation, nothing. Cats and dog, like as Prabhupada would say. But I still have to maintain such creatures. I mean, yeah, well, that's one. Atmanam shriyam chapi palayami katham vada. And then I also have to maintain my family, especially my wife, I have to maintain. Lakshmi, I have to maintain. So please tell me how I could accomplish this. And well, it says, Tasma api. He also, the Vishnu also was told, Pathasva, please study. Patha, please read, please study. Srimad Bhagavatam, Sarvartha Siddhaye. And by doing so, you will attain perfection. Okay, then immediately, Yada Vishnu Swayam Vakta Lakshmischa Shravane Rataha. So just 2 of them, maybe others sitting around and listening. Vishnu becomes speaker, and in audience headed by Lakshmi. Lakshmi is hearing. And this katha goes on for 1 month. Narayan speaks, Vishnu, and Lakshmi is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And then they switch the roles. After 1 month, Lakshmi takes the microphone and she begins speaking. She speaks Bhagavatam for 2 months. Vishnu, he is fatafat. He is finished in 1 month. But Lakshmi is relaxed. And Lakshmi is full of devotion and emotion and his recitation goes on and on. Then it says, because now Vishnu has so much to do, because these maintenance affairs, he is not able to Hari, like those managers, whatever the managers, ISKCON managers, they try to rush through that katha, that this, or they just hear it on radio while running around doing this, doing that. 7 days, my God, no, forget it. You can't devote 7 days for recitation of Bhagavatam. 1 month, no way. Vishnu is spending 1 month to hear Bhagavatam, recite Bhagavatam, and Lakshmi is. So the reason mentioned, as we said just now, that, where is it? We said all this, but did we switch the, okay, it should be here someplace. I lost my one page. Page. Anyway, no, not anyway. I need to try to find. और एक पन्ना कहाँ गया? Okay, I think it's part of next bunch. So, adhikare sthito Vishnu, because Vishnu is adhikari, he has so much to do. Sri Lakshmi Nishchintamanasaha. But Lakshmi doesn't get into this management affairs. So she does aswadan, she relishes Bhagavatam, and recitation goes for 2 months. And then they repeat again. Vishnu takes the mic, and Lakshmi is hearing. That goes on for 1 month, and then Lakshmi for 2 months, Vishnu is hearing, and this, it's not just one time, this goes on and on and on. Okay, then comes Rudra Uvacha. That, I need some more empowerment, he says to the Lord. Rudra says to Vishnu. Nitya naimitike, this annihilation I could manage, that pralay I could manage, but this mahapralay, atyantike tu samhare mama shaktir na vidyate. I don't have power, enough power for the total annihilation. Mahapralaya. At the end of the creation, during the day of Brahma, there is also some partial annihilation. But when 100 years completed, the total annihilation is a big task. Shiva takes his damru, dim, 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 and he begins his Tandava Nratya. He activates the Tamogun. It's a function, destruction is function of Tamogun. And the annihilation begins. So I need power, strength. I need more power for such total annihilation. It is also stated, or becoming totally free from the bonds of material existence, or 3 modes of material nature, tamagun. Becoming free from that is also atyantika pralaya, or atyantika sanghar. We also have to do that pralaya. Finally, get rid of, transcend the 3 modes of material nature. Destroy, get rid of even goodness, passion, ignorance, so that we could transcend, go beyond. So that is also another meaning of atyantik sanghar, or mahapralaya. And he is asking for benediction to do so. So how could I achieve such powers? And then he was told, well, the same solution is same. Many problems, but solution is Krishna conscious solution. All material problems, each and every one, each one has different problem. The solution is one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Or Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. There's no difference between holy name and Bhagavatam. Or the Leela, the Nam, Roop, Gun, Leela, Dham, these are Swarupas of the Lord. This is Swarup. This is Lord Himself. Holy name is Lord Himself, and His Leela is Himself, and His gunas are Himself, and His form is Himself. That one is easy, right? We immediately, here is the Lord. Think of all these different features. Lord is not different from His holy name. Lord is not different from His pastimes. Lord is not different from His gunas. Like that list. Sometimes we have difficulty to grasp this, realize this. But when we come in the front of the deity, immediately, here is the Lord. The form of the Lord is not different. Yes, we are convinced. The form of the Lord, this form is Krishna. This is Krishna Balarama Kid. We kind of, maybe there's not full realization, but we don't question, or we understand, we accept. But the holy name is also Krishna. The pastimes also Krishna. The Murti is Swarup of Krishna. That's easy, or that, okay. It's kind of bygone conclusion. But then the name is also Swarup, His own Roop form. The name is His own form. That is Him. The Leelas, that is Him. That is Him. Leelas. And His qualities, those qualities is Him. That is His Swarup. This is, well, Nama Chintamani Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Abhinnatvat Nama Namino, like that. Abhinnatva Nama Namino, or Leela and the Lord, the Gunas and the Lord, is Dham and the Lord. As we realize, more and more of this. And they are not, I'll not say this. Now that the holy name is one thing, and the form is something else, and Leela, that is something else, and quality, that is yet another item. No. This is one person. This is just one person. Name is person, right? Kali Kale Nama Rupe. Krishna avatar. Krishna takes avatar in the form of holy name in this age of Kali. Well, and He also makes His appearance in the form of Bhagavatam. Kalau nashtadrasham esham Kali appeared, and people lost the eyesight. They were not able to see what is what, who is who am I, total darkness. And then what happened? Adhuna Purana Arka Uditaha. In the middle of the darkness, dense darkness of the age of Kali, Uditaha. Srimad Bhagavatam appeared, which is brilliant like sun. So Srimad Bhagavatam is also Lord. He appeared as Lord appeared as Bhagavatam. And each one is complete. Bhagavatam is complete. Holy name is so complete Lord. Nama Chintamani Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Nitya Mukta Purna Shuddha says. Purna. The holy name is Purna, complete Lord. So Shiva also is told, that you recite Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam Tasma Api means him also. He was also Narayanam Dado. Narayana Dado. Narayan gave Bhagavatam to Shiva. Katha Bhagavati Tena Sevita Varshamatrataha. And then Haribo. No sleeping. What happened? Brahma was doing Katha for 7 days. Vishnu was doing it for 1 month. And when Shiva was asked to do this Bhagavad Katha, he was spending 1 year, whole year doing Bhagavatam, along with Parvati also, and maybe his followers, his associates. They're doing Bhagavatam recitation for 1 year. So Shiva and Parvati always are observed, such an ideal couple. They spend time in hearing Bhagavatam, talking Bhagavatam. And one time, as we were doing our Hindi Bhagavad Katha, that day we mentioned that one day Shiva was reciting Bhagavatam, and Parvati, like some of you, few of you, are in the middle of, he enjoys. Something like that. So she also fell asleep. But Shiva went on with his recitation because there was a response. Someone was responding. Shiva felt that, he thought that was Parvati. He is just absorbed in recitation. He is oblivious to the surroundings, and he is not so much focused on details, the movements, developments around. He's just in his own world and reciting Bhagavatam. So he thought, sure, it must be. So someone was doing every now and then. Meaning, when one person talks, the other person, he responds, yes, I'm with you. Oh, nice, amazing. Go on, wonderful. He doesn't say wonderful, go on, this, So he thought, Shiva thought this is Parvati. So he went on and on and on with his katha. But at one point, I became little to the external consciousness or so, that Parvati was kind of not lying in the bed, but sitting, but someone is doing this. Who is it? There was one shuka, one parrot was sitting right behind, and he was listening, and he was really enjoying, and he was inspiring Shiva to go on and on. So when Shiva took notice of that parrot sitting behind, which is improper to sit behind the speaker, so this was objectionable thing to do. So Shiva got up with his trishul in his hand, and he wanted to attack or teach lesson to that person, the parrot sitting behind. But as Shiva got up, the bird flew, and Shiva was chasing after. The bird was speeding, and Shiva was going. And this went on, and long distance travel through airways, all over top of Himalayan mountain. Amarnath में हुआ था ये कथा, Amarnath or Kedarnath. Amarnath, I think I heard. This is in one of the Puranas. And then the parrot was flying in the direction of Badrika Ashram. And he finally arrived, and there was a wife of Vyasadeva, and she was maybe a little bit tired, and she was You do this, right? Sometimes we all do this. Sometimes in the middle of the katha also some devotees keep doing this. Yawning, as she was yawning. And then this parrot, she wanted to hide somewhere. Help, Shiva is right behind, help, I need some shelter, I need to. So he entered right in the mouth of Vyasa's wife. Well, and then that's it. He stayed in the womb. He became the son of Srila Vyasadeva and son of his mother. So that parrot, Shuka Amrita, Shuka Mukhad Amrita Drava Sanyutam. That parrot is considered the parrot of Radharani's palace, her pet parrot had appeared as that bird, Shuka. And he heard this katha from Shiva, and then after, of course, having taken birth as son of Vyas, Srila Vyasadeva also taught him lessons in Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva had written Bhagavatam, and then he was teaching his students, and he taught it to Shukadeva Goswami also, and then the first official katha, authorized official katha, was conducted 30 years after Lord's departure. 30 years. And that was on the bank of Ganga, and the King Parikshit, for the sake of King Parikshit. Okay. So Shiva also is reciting Bhagavatam. Now Uddhav says, I'm going to, as I have heard Katha from my Guru Maharaj, from Brahaspati, I am going to recite this Bhagavatam for 1 month. Where I am going to recite? I am going to recite that right here, means not here, but there, on the banks of Kusum Sarovar. And who is in the audience, you remember, right? By now you haven't forgotten that context. 16,000 queens of Krishna and Vajranav and King Parikshit is there, and some others are also mentioned, some others in the audience. So he says, I'm going to begin Bhagavatam recitation. And, he had heard Bhagavatam from Brahaspati, but he also mentions, I also had a good fortune of hearing this Bhagavatam from Lord Himself. Svarvasam prarthya krishnam cha brahmadeshu gateshu me. And then he is making a reference that, for sake of appearance, so that Lord would make His appearance, all the demigods had approached the Lord, appealed to Him, and briefed Him of the very pathetic situation, dharma shaglani, decline in religious principle. Look at this Mother Earth in the form of cow in tears. Then Lord was convinced, yes, time for me to make appearance. So I will appear. So that time all the demigods were present at the time of appearance of the Lord. And now it's time for Lord's departure. And the demigods again have appeared, appealing to the Lord, thanking Him for appearance and thanking for all that Lord did for them, for their citizens, for all the people of this world. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha duskritam. So demigods, they have offered their prayers, and then Brahma is also speaking. He says, you relieved the earth. She was burdened. Bhume bharavatharaya. And you have established the principles of religion. This is in 11th canto, 6th chapter. This statement of Brahma is there. And for the sadhu, saintly persons, you have established principles of religion. And, as you performed your leelas, pastimes, your glories are being talked about, are being broadcasted everywhere. And this is purifying the creation. People are talking about you. You are talk of the universe, not just talk of the town, because you performed Herculean tasks. Well, not only Herculean. Wonderful Krishna and whatnot. Your name, fame, glory, same old story. And there's another thing. It's eternal story and never becomes old also. So nice that you perform all these pastimes, and there's a topic now. There's topic to talk about. Topic to talk about. and think about. So there's auspiciousness has been created by your appearance and the presence in the world. Yani yani charitani isha manushyaha sadhava kalo shranvantaha kirtayantasya tarishanti anjasa tamaha. And as this shravanam kirtanam of your katha goes on, people are becoming free from tama, the darkness of ignorance. And he also says, Brahma says, that ye have seen 125 autumns, sharadam shatam vyatitaya panchavinshadhikam prabho. Brahma, well, not that he did calculation right then. He was, 125 years ago, Lord appeared. So he's saying that you were on this earth for 125 years. So thus you give a lot of your time to this universe. And then towards the end he says, Tataha swadhama paramam vishashva yadi manyase. Now if you like, you may leave. You may wind up and return to your own abode. So that is what the Uddhava is talking about. That when Brahma appealed to the Lord, Svarvasam prarthya. Svarvasam. Or you may go via Swarga, that is also some indication. While on way back home, back to Golok, you may do a little stopover in our planet. It's on the way. You don't have to go out of your way. It's right there. So that thought is also communicated or indicated. And then, so when Lord was getting ready to leave this world, and Uddhav came to know this, then these were his thoughts. Naham tavangri kamalam kshanardhamapi keshava tyaktum samutsahe natha swadhama nayamamapi. Says, to stay away from your lotus feet even for one kshan, not, he says, kshana ardham, not even half kshan, half moment. Na samutsahe, I cannot tolerate this. To be away from you even for a fraction of a second. Hence, O Lord, Mamapi Naya, please bring me also along with you. I want to go with you. Oh Lord, I want to see you. That was someone else said. George Harrison was saying, oh Lord, I want to see you. See you. I want to be with you. And that. So that time, when Uddhav also wanted to go with the Lord, then Lord recited Bhagavatam to him. Okay, I will also stay. Okay, I will also stay. I will stay here. I'll stay behind in the form of Bhagavatam. And then Uddhav said, then I also agreed to stay on here. And then I have two places. Atra, this is one place. Now he's addressing, right? He's addressing all those assembled devotees, queens and others. Says, Atra means here, Brajavallishu vasami, aham vasami, Brajavallishu. I reside here in the form of these creepers in the grass on the bank of Kusum Sarovar here. This is one place. And Badarim Gataha, the other place is Badrikashram. So these are the two places where I reside. Okay. And then he's mentioning Tasmad Narada Kunde Atra Tisthami Svechaya Sada. Narad Kund is not far from Kusum Sarovar. So in that region is residing. And now Krishna Prakashaha Bhaktanam Srimad Bhagavatat Bhavet. The Krishna Bhaktas get Krishna Prakash, the light of Bhagavatam, light of the Lord. Krishna Prakash means everything, not only Prakash, but the form also, not only the light, which is Brahma Jyoti, Brahmeti Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabdyate, not just effulgence. The Mayavadis are happy with effulgence only, and they think this is all in all. But that is just the beginning, that is just the effulgence of the personality of Godhead. He's so effulgent. So they get the Lord just by recitation of Bhagavatam. And then Uddhav says, I'm going to Tesham api karyartham Srimad Bhagavatam tvamaham Prabhakshami sahayo atra. So now as I'm about to get ready to recite Bhagavatam, I need your help. Are you ready? He's turning to Parikshit Maharaj. I need your assistance while I recite Bhagavatam. And Parikshit says, oh, no problem. He says, well, he doesn't know yet what is expected of him, of Parikshit. Haridasa tvaya karyam Srimad Bhagavata kirtanam. Yeah. You please carry on with your recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. And yes, certainly, if there's anything I could do to assist you, I'm ready. Your command, you just command me. And then Uddhav said, from the time or the day, from the moment, in fact, of Lord's departure, the Kali has made his appearance. Bhutali Balavan Kali. And he's very, very powerful, this Kali. Karishatit Param Vighnam Satkarye Samupasthite. And this Kali, he can create disturbances, cause stumbling blocks on the path of the progressive practitioners of Krishna consciousness. Elsewhere it says, Sarva sadhana badhakaha. The Kali is Ksham Tyaktva Swapadam Gataha Kali Rayataha. Lord departed from this planet. Kali appeared. And what does Kali do? Sarva Sadhana Badhakaha. This is a function, job of Kali. Sarva Sadhana Badhakaha. All the sadhana of the sadhakas, there's a badha. It's always vigna, always some difficulties, obstacles, one after the other. So you do, tasmat digvijayam yahi. So you, please, conquer this Kali. Drive away Kali. Subdue this Kali while I remain busy. Aham tu masamatreina Vaishnavi ritim asthitaha. As I recite Bhagavatam here for 1 month, you do this. And Srimad Bhagavata Asvadana Pracharya Tvat Sahayataha. So recitation and propagation of Bhagavatam I will do with your assistance. And I will do Etan Sam Prapshayishami. All these assembled folks here, folks is not maybe a good word, but anyway, not bad either. Okay. Samprapishami. I will send all of these assembled devotees. Where will I send them? Nityadhamni, to the eternal abode. I will dispatch them. I'll transfer them. I'll transport them. Madhudvishaha. Lord's eternal abode, that is where I will send all these assembled listeners of Srimad Bhagavatam. You just help me, help. I really need help now. I had a piece of paper. There's one more paper, English Prabhupada letter. Yeah, what happened? No. Oh, that is some nice quotation. No, what only? Okay, or is it? Okay, it's here. Okay, right. Okay, this is a letter talking about going back to Godhead. Uddhav is talking of sending everyone back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada wrote a letter to Dr. Rajendra Prasad, President of India, in 1956. It's a long letter. It's an amazing letter. One time it was read during GBC meetings also. Wherein Prabhupada, here are just excerpts, like we could. Prabhupada says, believe me or not, I have got clue of going back to Godhead. Prabhupada is writing. I have got clue of going back to Godhead just after leaving my present material body. And Prabhupada says, in order to take along with me all my contemporary men and women of the world, I have started my paper Back to Godhead as one of the means to the way, to the end. This is even before he started International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He just had a Back to Godhead paper, and he said, this is, with this paper, I'm going to propagate Bhagavatam or Krishna Consciousness and transport everyone. Please do not think me as a wonderful or a madman. when I say I shall go back to Godhead after leaving my present material body. But Prabhupada, well, he concludes this paragraph. It is quite possible for everyone and all of us to go back to Godhead. So, okay, so I'm getting mixed up here. So then, so when Parikshit heard that he had to take up this new assignment, then he was wondering, oh, that is for sure. I will get rid of this Kali, there's no problem. But Srimad Bhagavat Prapti Katham Mama Bhavishyati. What about me hearing this Bhagavatam? And Uddhava says, do not worry. It is all arranged. If there's anyone qualified and eligible to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, in fact, you are leader of them. Nanda Rupas Stu Sri Shuko Bhagavan Rishi Srimad Bhagavatam Tubhyam Shravaishyati Asamshayaha. Recitation of Bhagavatam for you will be done by Shukadeva Goswami. And he is described as Nandana Rupaha. He looks like Sri Krishna, like Uddhava also looks. His Swarup is like that of Sri Krishna. So Ghanasham and all that. So Shukadeva Goswami also looks, the form resembles very much like that of Krishna. Nandana Rupaha. And he's Bhagavan Rishi, means knowledgeable. One of the six opulences, what makes Krishna Bhagavan. Shukadeva Goswami has that knowledge, and he also has a Vairagya, amongst other. So he is not full-fledged Bhagavan, Krishnastu Bhagavan, but he could be addressed as Bhagavan, as Narad Muni is and Shukadeva Goswami and Bhagavatas are addressed. And so he will recite Bhagavatam for you, and towards the end of that recitation of Bhagavatam, Nityam Dhamam Brajeshutaha, and he will send you also back to kingdom of Lord. I'll send this batch now, okay? And while I do this, you take up your task. You are a Kshatriya, you have duties to perform. And then there will be time. Just for you, there will be very special. And special person also would be speaking that Bhagavatam. So then, well, iti yuktam parikramya, Parikshit Maharaj did circumambulation of Uddhava, offered obeisances, and he went seated on the chariot. He went to take care of Kali. Okay, then another small event, well, could be a big one, that Vajranath decided to also become free from all the responsibilities. He was a king, so he installed his son Pratibahu. He enthroned him, and Vajranath is, and then he sits along with all the queens, and Om Namo Bhagavate, Bhagavatam recitation begins, which is going to last for 30 days, and we have 3 more minutes to summarize 30 days talk. Sachidananda Rupini, Hare Leela. He decided Hare Leela, which was Sachidananda Rupini, Sachidananda form. Leela also has a form, or Leela is Sachidanand, Leela. Krishna is Sachidanand, his name is Sachidanand, his Leelas are Sachidanand, like that, because they are all Krishna. So Leela is also Krishna, so Sachidananda. And so as he was reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, and everyone assembled there was listening with rapt attention. Datta chittaho, we heard that word before, fully focused, with full faith, forgetting all else. And as Buddha was talking, all those talks were getting transformed into Leelas. Well, what he was talking was kind of audio, right? Audio presentation. But that audio presentation was transforming into video. Whatever he said had a form. From sound comes the form. So all that dhvani, all that shabda was this whole manifestation. All ignorance removed, passion, goodness. As the bodies don't exist. Well, they are there, but they are part of the creation. I am a spirit soul, and one soul is talking, one devotee is talking of Krishna, and others are hearing. The hearer is also soul, speaker is a soul, hearer is a soul, and speaker and hearer are talking about the Supreme Soul. Aham eva vedya. I am to be known by studies. I am to be known. And here known is not just gathering information, but the whole transformation is possible by reading about me. Vedas and Puranas, and then what to speak of the Bhagavat Puran, as it was spoken. So 1 week and 2 weeks and 20 days and 25 days went on like that. They did not even. When you have good time, then what happens? Time flies. Time flies. When you have good times. So they had good time. So time was, or they were in fact transcendental to the time. And they were, so they were seeing, they started seeing, well, as we mentioned already, they were seeing all the pastimes. And soon they were realizing, where do I fit into this pastime? What is my role? What is my relationship? In which part? I'm part of Vatsalya Ras or Dasya Ras or Sakhya Ras or Madhurya Ras or this or that. I'm part of Dwarka pastime, Mathura pastimes, Vrindavan pastimes. It's all here. Although here it looks like Gujarat, that's all the way away from, but it's not like that. It's together. It's all. There's no space in between. In Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka, they're all together. So they were. So gradually, they started getting up. Not for prasad. And then walking out and entering into their respective corresponding pastimes. So first batch was getting up and leaving. They're fully realized now. They were becoming Nitya Leela Pravishta. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki. As you say, Nitya Leela Pravishta. This Acharya became Nitya Leela. He entered pastimes. So all assembled were getting up one by one or in the batches, and they're all entering pastimes. And then soon there was, hey, that's just me. Everybody's gone. It was just Uddhav. And then he is back into grass. He turns into creeper and he also enters into the pastimes of the Lord. And so that is a perfection. Sadhan, phal. Phal, fruit of your sadhana, which is hearing, chanting, etc., is received here in Vrindavan, especially hearing Bhagavatam. You could see what could be the outcome, what could be the result of hearing Bhagavatam. So this is Mahatmya, this is the greatness of Srimad Bhagavatam. Only Bhagavatam could do such thing. Okay, thank you.